I'm glad Mitsuru's the Ice Queen means I can slide closer to her without getting off my knees. Yes. Mitsuru likes some kebabs with her drink. Good question. Good question. Yini Iggy, good to see you guys as well. Do you think her hands are always cold? Having a steamy encounter and she reaches out and touches your cheek and just fucking buffalo right in your face. With or without the gloves. Maybe that's why she goes with the gloves so often in a lot of her outfits. That might explain a lot. Might explain a lot. Do you think her executions really do just involve her freezing you solid in a block of ice, leaving you to think about your transgressions as you slowly fall into a torpor? I would say so. I would say so. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's get started. Awate Amiki, my name is Faustus Marius Incitatus, the true consul of Rome, the favorite horse of the god Emperor Caligula. I hope you are all having a fantastic, fantastic Friday. We made it. Actually, I got a decent amount of work this week, so for the first time in a little while, I'm tired on a Friday. It's not the worst thing. Not the worst thing at all. I am like in the thick of watching the sumo tournament though, so that's adding to the tiredness. But yeah, it was a good week all around. It's a good week all around. I had a terrible thought today though, as I was watching a bunch of 9th graders do math problems. So the kids that are coming into high school right now are the ones who had to deal with the COVID lockdowns while they were in elementary school. And I thought the ones that had to deal with it in junior high were messed up. Holy hell, the ones who got it in in 4th and 5th grade. Man, it messed them up. That is such a vital time. Oh, and you just lock them away. Man, it messed them up. Oh, those kids are not alright. Those kids are not alright. Encouragingly enough, though, I'm actually hearing from some of the people who are brave enough to do elementary school that a lot of the 3rd and 4th graders, you can tell that they're a lot better off than their peers. They didn't have to deal with the lockdowns. They didn't miss a year of school, and you can tell. So this too shall pass, I suppose. It's kind of a bummer that we have a completely ruined generation, but it is what it is. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again. We'll see. We'll see what Bill Gates thinks. We'll see if Bill Gates pushes another unwanted update to the operating system. Nah, I don't believe all the Bill Gates conspiracy theories. He is a weirdo. He's a weirdo and kind of a dick, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was my observation I had today. It's like, man, these kids are messed up. I think I really need to find a job where I'm not interacting with children on a daily basis. I don't know how the hell I ended up doing this. I'm not the right person for I mean I enjoy teaching, but fuck, I should have just done the college pyramid scheme, you know? Should have stuck around and got my doctorate. I can just deal with the college-age kids. So the internet safety bill in Ohio, kids now have to show ID to access sites with possible NSFW content. Oh, that's it's just incredibly stupid. It's just like, yeah. I don't want to go on long diatribes about political stuff. That's not what I'm here for, but God, that's dumb. All you're doing is just pushing it underground. All you're doing is just pushing it underground. Although I will be very interested to see the workarounds. Like, wonder if we're gonna be able to make like a, wonder if we're gonna be able to, like, you know, slap Norman Reedus on a driver's license or something and fool the automated system. Because ain't no way in hell they're going driver's license by driver's license and scrutinizing that with a person. You know, it's all gonna be AI. So yeah, just slap Norman Reedus on a driver's license, and yeah, you could probably get away with it. That's my thought. But yeah, that's really freaking dumb. Oh well. At least we got to see the internet when it was cool. Maybe. I mean, depends how old you are, but yeah. At least you got a hint of it, at least. Oh well. Well, I'm in a fantastic mood tonight. Let's pummel some teenagers, shall we? Wah and wah. Hey. Figured we should switch it over to Tartarus. Okay. So last time we finished up Kanji's story. We also checked out Chie's story. And we unlocked... Back in my days, Battle Royale was known as Hunger Games. I feel incredibly old now because, yeah, I'm not even the Hunger Games demo. Yeah, back in my day it was Battle Royale, exactly. Speaking that line in an old man voice, right? So there she is. There she is. My goodness, we unlocked all of the P. Well, I don't want to say all of the P3 because Elizabeth is probably lurking in there somewhere too. I assume this is Margaret and Elizabeth in the center here. But yeah, there she is. So yeah, we completed Kanji's quest line. We also did all of Chie's, or at least as much as we could do, because it kind of blue-balled us before we could fight Labras again. My wife. Yep. No, comrade. She's our wife. Yeah. I find it interesting that it let us fight Labras with Kanji. Like, if you're just a big, stupid idiot enough for Kanji to keep just barreling through everything, believing it's all a dream, they'll let you fight Labras. But no, you need to uncover more of this intricate and complex story for you or Chie to fight Shadow Labras. But no. Oh, let me get my cursor off the screen here. But no, Kanji can just barrel through, smash everything with a steel chair. God bless him. But yes, the time has come. So have I. Make the bottoms scream and let the buffaloes fly. Late November in the year 2010. The darkness fell without warning. At the same time, the previously busy examination room fell so silent that the man's ears hurt. 2010. Okay, so this is few months after Persona 3 ended.
Hey, what happened?
Get to hear Terra Platt's Mitsuru too. I like what I've heard so far. He called toward the back of the room, but no answer came. I'm also fascinated to see what she's been up to in the few years since P3 ended. After working for public safety for over a decade, he thought little could faze him anymore, but this was uncomfortably alien. It was no ordinary blackout. If it were, the faint light from machines running on battery power, such as cell phones, would remain. But the silence disturbed him even more. He hadn't heard so much as a single cry. As he looked around, he saw a spot in the darkness. Something was giving off an eerie glow, as if painted in incandescent pigments. Uh-oh. No. No, this shouldn't be happening anymore. This isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness. No, it's November 2010. It should not be happening anymore. Once his eyes began to adjust to the darkness, he was able to faintly make out the area around that light. The shining spot was revealed as a small, strangely decorated box, one that the man had only just delivered to the forensics unit.
Forensics team! What the hell is...
This is Akihiko's voice actor. He called out, still squinting at the shadow of a person he could see at the window before him. Mitsuru hears a familiar tone ring out, the Nokia Arabic ringtone. No! That ringtone is so different if you listen to the version without the crying baby. Like, someone actually got like a high quality rip of it finally. It's so different. So different. Like, the crying baby really adds a lot to it. He called out, still squinting at the shadow of a person he could see at the window before him. But as the shape resolved, he saw that it was not a person's shadow at all. Huh? He had no words to describe it. Oh. Has he encountered Mitsuru Kirijo? Yes. Yes, truly she defies all descriptions. Any attempts, no matter how many superlatives you pile on, any attempts to describe her adequately must fall terribly short, limited as we are by the frail confines of human language. If only we could sing, with the chorus of the angels. Be the only way. At first glance, it seems to be a coffin. Indeed, that is what it was shaped like. But he had never seen a coffin standing upright, tall as an adult, shining like a dark crystal. Yeah, that was clearly what the crystalline mass was, squatting in the spot where a window clerk normally stood. And upon closer examination, it wasn't the only one. At desks, in front of the evidence shelf, next to a reference computer, the objects towered everywhere as if they had taken the place of humans.
What are these?
What are these? A chill ran down the man's spine. I don't think this is Akihiko's voice actor. I think this is Kanji's, actually. They're people, was the thought that instinctively came to mind. Is this the reason he couldn't hear anyone else's voice? Is it because everyone but him was... Let me check on that.
What's going on?
Public Security Man is his name. Once the fear had set in, it wasn't easy to shake off. No, it's Akihiko's okay. His familiar office was starting to look like a grotesque netherworld. He felt quite sure that he had to get out. Quickly, he turned and grabbed the knob to the door through which he had just entered. But...
What the...
It didn't budge. It wasn't that the door was locked, preventing the knob from turning the latch. The knob was completely frozen in place.
Is anyone here? Hey, let me out!
The revenge of the locksmith you shafted. You should have paid on time. The man slammed his fist against the door, yelling in desperation. But the sensation he felt when his fist impacted the surface wasn't that of hitting a door. It felt completely at odds with what he saw, as if a picture of a door had been drawn onto a solid wall. I bet the lock-picking lawyer could escape from this, right? Click on 1, 2 is binding, Suddenly we've unlocked the door, holding back Nyx. Idea: a Persona horror game which you play as a normal person during the dark hour. Yeah? Back when I was a locksmith, you either paid when we were done or we kept the key. That's a good idea. It was then that the man noticed that another light, similar in color to that emanating from the box, could be seen on part of his hand as he swung it forward. It was a ring. And suddenly he remembered. When he brought in the small box, he found several bizarre ring-shaped objects within it. Oh. Are you sure it goes on your finger? Maybe this is why you're living this cursed existence. One ring to rule them all. While handing it over to forensics, he suspected that they might be rings. To check the theory, he put one on! And now that ring was emitting the same eerie light as the box. Though he still had no idea what was going on, it was immediately apparent that it was directly related to the current situation. The man grabbed the ring with sweat-slicked fingers and tugged, ready to pull off his own finger if necessary. But just at that moment...
I wouldn't take that off right now.
Aha!
What?
Mitsuru is not letting you take off the ring until she's satisfied. The man can't help but gasp. He looked around, but could sense no one inside the room with him. Where had the voice come from?
I'll be there to rescue you shortly. Calm yourself and wait there.
Why the fuck is the dark hour still happening? When the man calmed himself, he realized that it wasn't just a voice. Like, my timeline is not off. Persona 3 ended in March of 2010, right? The sensation was indescribable, but it was distinctly unlike hearing with one's ears. Yes. Yes, Mitsuru does speak directly to your soul.
Who's there?
Oh, pardon me. This is Mitsuru Kirijo. We met earlier.
Aha. Kirijo. He did know a Kirijo. It was she who brought the strange small box. And that wasn't all he knew. The Kirijos were a wicked family who used their fortune and influence as a shield. A constant frustration to the police. Yeah. Yep, they're sure stacking up the bodies. I'm sure the police know it's bullshit, but yeah, what can you do? Oh yes, they're all dying in car accidents. The Akutsuki sidewalk pizza was just a very unfortunate car accident. He was ejected, you know. Despite that, the man couldn't help but feel relief wash over him. Perhaps he might survive this after all.
Oh, well, I appreciate the help. Just hurry.
After getting the muttered words out, he sank to the floor, the door at his back. Mitsuru Kirijo. If you recalled correctly, she was the eldest daughter of the Kirijo group's founding family. Does Mitsuru have siblings? It never came up. I don't think she ever expressly said she was an only child, but it never came up. He noted that her voice had been far calmer than his, despite the situation they were both in. Yeah, well, she's got a little bit of experience with this. He sensed a measure of trustworthiness from her. And to think, it had been merely an hour ago that he was asking himself why such a young girl has been chosen as the head of the Kirijo group at all. National Police Agency. The digital clock on the corner of the desk quietly announced the arrival of 10 in the morning. Normally, most of the staff would be out and about by now, but the entire police department was in turmoil today. It was only to be expected with a key figure from the Kirijo group visiting on unusual business.
Huh?
The Kirijo group was a major trading firm, synonymous with Japan. They had links to all areas of business. Not a day could go by in the city without hearing their name. She has a sister, but she only comes up in an audio drama CD. I see. Aha. Fascinating. I'm imagining there's a few different routes they could take her, and all of them would be fantastic. Or no, it's her mom, Hanai. Okay. The clock that had struck 10 bore the logo of Kirijo Electronics, and KJ was the carrier for the cell phone provided to every member of the Force. Wow. Wow. So this is like... this is like a Japan where one of the Zaibatsus just, like, managed to survive into the modern day and, like, kept its massive agglomeration of businesses. This is amazing. A few days ago, the same Kirijo group had made a seemingly insane proposal. The document was hundreds of pages, but a brief summary would read, "We wish to collaborate with the police on an unofficial department for eliminating monsters."
Well, it does happen from time to time. Famous businessmen end up advocating cultish nonsense in pursuit of their ambitions.
I see. Upon consideration, it was decided that the Kirijo group should be invited in to give their pitch. Yeah, it's not a request. It's an order at this point. Of course, there was no intention of spending tax money on the outlandish proposal. The police's interest in humoring the Kirijo group lay elsewhere. Yeah, again, I don't think you have a choice. The Kirijo group wants to do this. You're spending tax money on their outlandish proposal. The Kirijo group had offered an incentive whereby, if the police agreed to the meeting, they would provide a detailed list of the Ergonomics Research Lab's artifacts, as well as actual samples. Ergonomics. It was this that drove the officials' decision. For there had been dark rumors bandied about that the Kirijo group over the last 10 years. Are they designing the perfect chair to, God. The horny posting's getting out of control. Are they designing the perfect chair for Kirijo's just amazing, beautiful ass? It's perfectly ergonomic. You can enjoy the Kirijo butt groove. While still a family-run business, some said that the old man Koetsu Kirijo had delved into paranormal research and was performing inhumane experiments. True, he was. The police collected enough evidence to test the rumor and had prepared many times to force an investigation. I think I'm actually going to turn this up just a scotch now. Yeah. But every time the investigation came to nothing due to the group exerting hidden pressure, frustrating those working on the case to no end. The investigation's prime target was the infamous Ergo Research, the Kirijo Ergonomics Research Lab. Exposing the Kirijo group's dark side had been a dream of public safety for 10 years now. And now Kirijo seemed willing to hand over Ergo Research's tightly guarded secrets on a silver platter. So I wonder what Ergo Research actually is. Is it the killbots, or is it the persona drugs? Or is it both? No one knew the reason for the sudden about-face, but neither did anyone think of turning them down. They agreed to the summit not to hear out whatever proposal Kirijo was offering, but as a stepping stone toward unearthing their past crimes. Yeah, good thing the Kirijo group isn't in America, or else they would have been raided just cuz. Yeah. Time passed, and the agreed-upon time in the afternoon came. The man was tasked with watching over and bringing in the artifacts from the Kirijo group. Though he would not speak with the guests, the police's plan afforded him a major responsibility, one that gave him something like a leading role. It wasn't long before the Kirijo car arrived in the underground porte cochere. Staff there to receive the guests only shrugged at the long black limousine that would have turned heads on the main roads. One of the youngest recruits looked towards the man and asked a question.
Chief, what's with that car?
There's Kanji! But that was the least of the surprises in store. When the Kirijo group representative stepped out of the limousine, she was revealed to be a beautiful young woman, no older than a university student. Not only that, but she had attendants dressed in what could only be described as maid uniforms. Let's go. She got so used to conquering Tartarus with the whole team dressed as maids and butlers that she adopted it for herself. God, I knew she was the best girl. All of them were young women roughly her age. My wife is unfathomably base. She truly is. The best thing is if these are all kill bots. The scene mesmerized the various dignitaries present to greet her.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am Mitsuru Kirijo, representing the Kirijo Group. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you really can. You really can tell that she also voices Elizabeth. You just get a little hint of it. Her brisk greeting radiated poise. From there, she shook hands with the assembled dignitaries in a manner that showed she was no stranger to social gatherings.
She's the company rep? Really?
Really? The young recruit who was sneaking looks out of the corner of his eye muttered in spite of himself. Yeah, there's... Just look, dude. Just look.
Their proposal said the rep who's coming today would be the leader of this new unit, but... I thought it was supposed to be some hardcore armed response team, and she's leading it? Well, I guess it's better than some meathead.
Oh. Infinitely better than some meathead.
Shut up and hold your position.
But in truth, the man felt the same way. Certainly, this monster extermination unit would never be incorporated, but even if it were, he was sure this wisp of a girl could never do such work. Oh, buddy. Eventually, the dignitaries entered the agency along with Miss Kirijo. All of them wore lopsided smiles due to the young beauty's unexpected appearance, but that would do for now. The dignitaries were only there to receive her. Their true objective was loaded in the truck parked behind the limousine. The documents and artifacts of Ergo research.
All right, start bringing them in.
Roger, sir.
At the man's signal, his trained subordinates surrounded the Kirijo truck. They formed a line, smoothly passing boxes from man to man into the building. The articles were of various size, with even a few that came in oversized metallic containers for aerial transport. The Kirijo group had warned them not to handle these things carelessly until explanations were forthcoming. But in truth, the department was already prepared to begin a forensic investigation of the objects and even send them to the lab. Okay, so this is how you got trapped in the dark hour. Mitsu fought the Death Arcana and lived to see the next day. Yeah, pinches his lips, exactly.
Are you sure it's okay for us to open these? The instructions said not to.
I think I mentioned that, like, at the end of the Persona 3 playthrough, like, how just incredibly surreal all of their lives are going to be, you know? Knowing that they saved the world and that no one can ever know. Like, they are basically the apostles of a modern messiah. It's, yeah. Really, really strange. And then you gotta go to university or go to your third year of high school.
It won't be a real investigation if we let them hamstring our procedures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by all means,
Besides,
investigate.
I can't think of anything they could send us that we couldn't handle. Unless there's real monsters inside these things.
I mean... The articles were brought in silence. The operation only lasted about 15 minutes. The man himself received the last item, about the size of a jewelry box, and checked the truck to make sure nothing went overlooked before closing it up. That done, he turned and walked quickly towards the forensics room. Try though he might to maintain his composure, he couldn't contain the excitement he felt. Famous last words, look at what happened when they opened the containers in Jurassic Park. Yep. Yep. Life finds a way, and apparently so do the shadows. For 10 years, the darkness of the Kirijo group had been a frustrating legend, like mist between the department's fingers. Their chance to investigate and expose them was here at last. If even the slightest evidence matched the DNA of those who had gone missing, or the victims of the unsolved cases, victory would be theirs. The man tried to tamp down his exhilaration and took another look at the small box he held. There was no upper lid on the box. A pedestal-like protrusion at its center held a number of small circular trinkets. Their usage was completely unknown. What kind of research produced these? Just as the man was about to hand the box to the window clerk, he saw a wedding ring on the clerk's finger and came to a realization.
Huh. Are these rings?
Okay. How stupid you gotta be. How stupid you gotta be. Even if you don't believe, even if you believe that the Kirijo group wanting to exterminate monsters is cultish nonsense, This is some, like, super secret research shit that they're doing, and you're just gonna slip the ring on. Really, dude? Really?
We're not sure yet.
Yeah, so don't touch them. The man put on some protective latex gloves and tried one of the objects on. God, you are dumb. Yep. Pretty standard police shit here. After looking at it from every angle, its color and shape seemed to be nothing but ordinary. If it was meant to be jewelry, it wasn't very attractive. The man couldn't picture scientists in lab coats slaving away in a lab to create rings like this. Yeah, almost like they have another purpose or something, and you shouldn't put them on. The moment that unlikely possibility came to mind, the man felt somewhat embarrassed by his ignorance of fashion and accessories. But as soon as he reached for the small box to put the ring back inside, darkness suddenly fell. Wow, what a...
Please step away from the door.
What a brilliant individual. Truly the best the Force has to offer. As they say, do not touch anything. If you ignore Rule 1, make sure it ends up in a museum. Exactly. The voice echoing in the man's mind brought him back to reality. Snap back to reality. He took a few steps away from the door as directed and stood ready. Step away from the door. The more he thought about it, the stranger the order seemed. How did she know he was so close to the door when she wasn't even in the room? Suddenly a chill filled the area. In mere seconds, the entire door was coated in white. Yeah, that happens around Kirijo a lot too.
Where'd this ice come from?
Where'd this ice come from? It had frosted over. Understandable, yeah. The man couldn't believe his eyes, but the evidence was there in front of him. He could then hear a slight knocking sound followed by a crack forming in the center. The door buckled under its own weight and crumbled with a sound that was like building blocks being pushed over. Standing just past it was the Kirijo woman. Mitsuru, nothing personnel, kid. She walked over to the man with exquisite nonchalance. Yes. At her side was one of the maids she brought.
Are you all right?
Tell me this is Igus.
Yeah.
We did give you fair warning, but it seems to have gone unheeded.
The man looked towards the ring shining on his finger.
Then this happened because we touched that box? What is this thing?
That ring gives its bearer an unstable form of pseudo-potential and allows anyone to experience the Dark Hour.
No. What? No? How? No, that doesn't make any fucking sense. No? Why is there a dark hour? Why is there a dark hour? Like, it should be over. It should be done with.
The Dark Hour?
The box itself seems to be a failed recreation of the Dark Hour. The effect radius is small, and it malfunctions when improperly handled.
She is pseudo-potent. The box itself seems to be a failed recreation of the Dark Hour. I gotcha. Okay, so this is why the Dark Hour is occurring. The Dark Hour. You remember that phrase coming up in documents the Kirijo group had sent? If you recall correctly, it was defined as a hidden time unable to be experienced by normal people, a time where everything stood still. According to the documents, it seems to have occurred every night at midnight for about 10 years until spring 2010, as if it was forcing its way into normal time. Before now, it seemed like pure fantasy. But could this silent darkness be the very same thing?
So you're saying those stories in that document, that occult-sounding stuff was actually for real?
At that moment, he realized he had fucked up. A voice suddenly echoed from beyond the hallway, past the broken door. Oh god, is he gonna turn into a shadow?
Who's there?
The man reflexively called out in alarm, realizing that the fear had not yet died down. What emerged from the darkness was the young recruit who had greeted the guests earlier and had been helping with bringing in the artifacts. He was staggering as if severely drunk.
Chief!
Chief! She broke my pelvis, Chief!
Hey, are you alright?
The man started to rush to his side. But the Kirijo woman silently stopped him. She stood between the two as if protecting the man.
What? He's my...
Not anymore, he ain't. Before he could finish, a surprising change overtook the recruit. You know, if you just played that particular WAV file... Chief, she broke my dick! I think I'm gonna write a song about this! If you just played that particular WAV file, you know, the one that just played, I would guess that it's from the Kirijo. I would guess that it's from the Kirijo story. Yeah, that one too. The recruit fell to the ground with an agonized scream. Wow, she really did break his dick. A black tar-like substance began flowing from his every orifice.
What?
The ooze spread unnaturally across the ground and cohered into a glob. It rose up like a beast raising its head, and what looked like claws began to form. Its appearance showed clear signs that it possessed some malevolent will. The man thought again about the Kirijo group's initial proposal. We wish to collaborate with the police on an unofficial department for eliminating monsters. Without a doubt, this is what they were referring to. Love that we're getting the combat music. And the name that came up again and again was Shadows.
This is a shadow.
Mm-hmm.
That it is. It's a monster that dwells in every person's heart. They usually can't manifest themselves this way, but it's quite common to see it happen during the dark hour.
So the research to make this happen artificially. That's what Kirijo has been experimenting with.
That did seem to be the extent of it. At the start.
At the start. The man couldn't prevent himself from shuddering, imagining the implications of her statement. Doggo! With the second roar, the half-liquefied shadow suddenly took the form of some fell beast. But where the face should have been, there was nothing but a mask, giving it the bizarre appearance of two creatures stitched together. The young woman, for her part, seemed not in the least perturbed.
Kikuno, my things, please.
Kikuno. The maid stooped to reach something. The man wasn't sure where she had been carrying it, but she placed a sword in her master's hand. The blade was specially shaped, similar in design to a fencing saber.
You're going to fight it?
Stay back. This will all be over soon.
At that moment, as if understanding their conversation, the shadow squared itself and leapt towards the young woman. Its speed matched its beastly appearance. In the darkness of the room, the man found it difficult simply keeping his eye on it. The young woman did not move. Her sword remained lowered in the face of the shadow's advance. Of course, thought the man. An amateur like her could never react in time. When are you gonna stop underestimating her? Seriously, dude. However...
Artemisia!
At a word from the young woman, some unseen force slammed the shadow against a wall. The man momentarily doubted his own eyes. For it hadn't been the woman who repelled the monster, but a silhouette that suddenly appeared behind her. Yeah, it's like it's standing behind her or something. It looked as though the being enveloped in sublime light, contrasting the shadow's dark glow, was a woman wearing a majestic dress. Sure, majestic, I guess is the term for it. The silhouette held up a hand towards the grounded shadow. Once again, the man felt freezing air fill the room. Time for diamond dust. And with that, the shadow stopped moving. Frost crystallized all over it, turning it into an ice sculpture within seconds. Only then did the young woman swing the sword in her hand.
Ha!
Ha! A white gleam arced through the air. Upon impact, the frozen enemy shattered like it had been crystallized sugar rather than ice. This victory was so one-sided that the man hesitated to call it a battle.
Are you all right?
Don't call it a battle. She's been doming fools for years. The young woman turned towards the man. The sound of her boots hitting the floor gave him the jarring realization that she hadn't moved a single step during the fray. Seeing that he was at a loss for words, she gave him a gentle smile. That weight streak arcing through the air me. It was all too much for the man. Yeah, she has that effect on people. He actually felt relieved to be protected by this small woman. He's starting to understand. He is starting to understand. One thing was obvious. She had been through countless battles, much like the one he'd just witnessed. Can you really call Mitsuru a small woman, though? She's pretty tall, especially for a Japanese girl. Like, she's taller than the main character, right? Like, by several inches, I think.
Your fallen employee's life is in no danger, but he'll be very weak. Make sure he gets to a hospital. Should I make the arrangements?
No, I should at least handle that. It is a public security matter.
With a nod, the young woman approached the small box and manipulated it in a way he couldn't quite catch. The eerie yellow-green light began to fade. Moments later, the silence and darkness faded too. The world had been restored. The man felt his body suddenly become lighter, causing him to breathe a sigh of relief. He hadn't realized until the pressure was gone that the air had been suffocating as if he'd been underwater. Mitsuru is 166 centimeters or about 5'5". Really? She seemed a lot taller. Like, she was taller than the pro tag, right? Or am I misremembering? Does she just seem so much bigger than she actually is? There was a stir of movement in the room. The forensics team and assistants looked at the man and young woman, perplexed. The man took a quick look around. Fragments of the shattered door were strewn about. A young public security worker was lying unconscious nearby. And the Kirijo guest, who had entered without anyone noticing, held in her hand a drawn sword.
I'd be shocked too if I were them.
It occurred to him that if normal people couldn't sense the dark hour, the sudden change in circumstances may have seemed to them like some magic trick.
Excuse me, but this place is off limits to all unauthorized personnel.
Yeah, especially ones wielding swords.
Hey, what's going on here?
MC has about an inch on her, really? Okay. Yeah, that's funny. I remembered her as being taller than the MC. The forensic staff looked at the man helplessly.
It's all right. We had a little emergency. That aside, halt all examination of the relics they brought in. We'll wait for further instructions from the Kirijo group.
Huh? But you said...
If there are any boxes that are closed, don't force them open.
Tsuru's the same
Not
height
if
as
you don't
Botan.
want to come face to face
Wow.
with monsters.
Again, that's another one who I would have guessed is a lot taller than she is. Leaving the frowning forensics team behind him, the man quickly went into the hallway with the Kirijo woman.
I have to thank you for your help. And about the conference, I'll join in as well. It's been arranged so nothing you say would get through to the higher-ups.
The young woman was surprised at what amounted to a confession of betrayal. She didn't show it.
Are you saying you will reconsider your plans?
I can't overlook anything as serious as this. I wouldn't be doing my job as public security if I did. But make no mistake, the things I saw today are proof of the sins the Kirijo group has committed. They can't be punished under the law, but now that they're known, atonement will be made in some shape or form.
Big words from a guy who was pissing himself in the dark hour a couple minutes ago.
Indeed. I never intended anything less.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure that is her main goal as the head of the Kirijo group, is to atone for all the bullshit.
You really put one over on us this time.
You really acted like a goddamn moron this time.
Oh, there's no need to be coy. What happened today was no
My
accident, was
guy,
it?
you can't really enforce that since everyone else will think you're crazy. Yeah.
We'd never have believed the reports unless we saw it in person. That's why such a dangerous box had no lid. Am I wrong?
There was no lid. That's not possible. That box was classified as risk level 3. It should have been securely fastened.
The young woman fell silent, then gasped and gave the maid walking silently beside her a look.
Kikuno.
Oh, Kikuno. Oh, Kikuno. Your silly antics. Almost killing all of the forensics unit. Oh, Kikuno. The maid continued without the slightest sign of remorse and left her master behind. Both the man and the young woman sighed at once. Oh, Kikino and her little antics. My goodness, what shall we do with her?
Us guys in public security have a reputation for being tough. But it seems like you guys are no slouches yourselves.
The summit that was meant to be a perfunctory refusal took an unexpected turn. Promises were made to continue the talks. 6 months passed. After many opportunities to show the actual samples to the dignitaries were set up, the proposed special unit was established in mostly the form Kirijo requested. The Security Department, the Shadow Response Unit. It was the inauguration of the special unit that would in time be nicknamed the Shadow Operatives. Cool shit, cool shit. Perfunctory. It's better than the dancing games where it's perfunky. Indeed, the Shadow Operatives. I'm quite fond of the name. Not that I normally pay much heed to these things, but in this case I admit to being pleased. God damn. It started as sarcasm on the part of the higher-ranked personnel from the police. It could be taken to mean those who deal with shadows, but the real meaning is those who operate in the shadows, right? Not only is the unit unofficial, we have the difficult-to-credit job of exterminating monsters. Well, there have been worse units in Japanese history, I suppose. Mostly, I suspect it was a dig at a group that disturbed the expected peaceful years before the older personnel's retirement. But Shadow Operative could also mean one who does unrewarded, albeit crucial work for society. Kikino is in the audio dramas. She was one of the people in the experiments that would produce Strega, but she was saved from them by Mitsuru. Interesting. I guess she became her maid after that. It's a name truly befitting of this organization's goals. We're approaching the first anniversary of the Shadow Operatives establishment. Though we're still at the level of basic investigation and laying groundwork, it seems a full-scale case has arisen. Ah.
Fighting is not our first option, but I'd be more reassured with you there.
Yeah, I wonder if they managed to pick up that what was happening in Inaba was like Persona shit. So, Miss Kirijo, how'd you get volunteers for the unit? The Shadow Simp Squad. Triple S.
We have a general idea of where it was taken. The Inaba area, where there were reports of suspected shadow activity last year.
Kikino, I assume. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they have picked up on reports of shadow activity in Inaba. Good as it is to hear from an old reliable friend, I limit the call to a quick exchange of information.
I'll send you the precise location later. Sorry to call when you've just returned from a trip, but I'm relying on your assistance.
Excuse me. I close my cell and turn towards my colleague.
He's only just returned, and he's going directly to the location from the airport. Akihiko.
Let's go! The man I was on the phone with just now was Akihiko Sanada. He's one of our non-permanent staff. Akihiko is an excellent Persona user, but beyond that, he's a skilled boxer. He's a friend of mine from high school who fought the shadows alongside me. I admire his strict determination to never neglect his training, but the extreme lengths he goes to can be rather inconvenient. After entering college, he accepted my invitation to be one of the founding Shadow Operatives, but it was his actions afterward that went above and beyond. Sure, I'll join, but if I'm going to use my strength professionally, I want to get my skills to a level I'm happy with first. Thus began his training arc. He's not only wandering the country, he's traveling the entire world. Is he just wandering around fighting people? Is he doing Russell Crowe fighting around the world? Can't decide whether to be dumbfounded or impressed by his dedication to training. All this is to say that he only just returned to Japan to take part in this operation. I give a wry smile and lean back in my chair. Seeing me relax, the girl watching nearby smiles. This is Aigis, known for her blonde hair and piercing blue eyes. She's a sweet girl on the outside, but she has what it takes to be an important member of our squad. Yes. God. Sweet girl on the outside, entire armory on the inside.
Will we be able to find Labris? My sister?
When I look over at Aigis, her eyes are cast downward with a worried expression.
Will we be able to save her? Isn't that what you really want to ask?
She must have known once I called Akihiko in as backup. There is a possibility that we will have to fight Labrys. Knowing that, it's not a great leap to imagine that in the worst case she may have to be destroyed. And alas, it's true. If all else fails and our safety is at risk, with no other way to stop her, that option is on the table. Still...
Don't worry. As I mentioned to Akihiko, fighting Labrys is not our priority.
I'm really kind of curious. I'm sure they will explain eventually. Like the canon was that Aegis was the only killbot left. Like all of the other bots had been destroyed fighting the shadows. So like, how did Labrys survive and how did they lose track of her?
The reason I formed this shadow operative team is to save lives. We will find her, whatever it takes, and bring her back. We can do this.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry to be so pessimistic.
Those feelings you have for Labrys, you should tell her when you see her.
I will.
I will. Aww. The monitor is showing certain data under multiple redundant encryptions. Good luck. I'm behind 7 Kirijo proxies. Kirijo Ergonomics Research Lab, confidential matters. There is in fact a reason I'm reviewing these materials that are normally securely concealed. Because 2 days ago, on May 1st, I was unexpectedly dragged into a serious incident. The passenger plane I was taking to Kagoshima was hijacked. There hasn't been a domestic hijacking for 10 years. Oh, okay. So we're finally learning about the plane hijacking. Like all of the routes mention it. The top brass of the police, afraid to make any mistakes, sent in the shadow operatives. The case itself was resolved quickly and all the culprits arrested. Oh, was it unrelated? None of the passengers were harmed either. But the hijackers' true motive wasn't terrorism or political demands, as one would expect. I was surprised to find they were really after my cargo. I feel like hijacking the plane is probably not the right time to do that, you know? There's times when it's more vulnerable than that. Like, there's times when you could probably snatch it without, you know, the high profile of hijacking a plane. There's a sealed box from the Ergonomics Research Lab. We were transporting it to Yakushima on that flight. No one thought that the risky hijacking could have been in pursuit of just the cargo, and as a result, one of the objects was stolen. I see. The arrested subjects are all in police custody, but none of them have any memory of carrying out the crime. Someone was pulling their strings, and very probably using uncommon methods. Considering that Puppet Master was targeting shadow-related cargo, I doubt they'll be easy to deal with. As for what was stolen, I just mentioned its name a moment ago. Oh, okay, it was just Labrys that was stolen, haha. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys, is an older model from 2 generations ago. Okay, so yeah, I think it was just all of Aegis's generation that got destroyed except for her. Since shadow-related ergo research documents were lost in an accident, we know little about Labrys. She's an android, most likely a female version, just like Aegis. But instead of a weapons loadout, she seems to have been fitted with some kind of experimental equipment. That's all we know. And she definitely has a weapon. Still, thanks to our collaborators' quick wit, the escaping vehicle was traced with the N system. It wasn't easy, but we managed to pinpoint its location. It was headed for the city of Inaba, where there may have been shadow activity last year. Once the preparations to depart are complete, I'll head there myself. My mind wanders a bit. Though I was unaware of them, the shadow of the sins committed in the Kirijo name is still so painful, 10 years on, that I sometimes want to avert my eyes. But now is not the time to be bound by the past. Now is the time to act. I suddenly notice that Aegis has been staring at me worriedly. I give her a smile and stand up decisively. I'm glad that Aegis is hanging out with Kirijo. I mean, there really was no one else, right? Oh, it's so much nicer than the Velvet Room. Mitsuru after the hijack. Telling me the plane got hijacked in broad daylight while the crew was on board and without any witnesses. Oh no, I don't think that's necessarily how it went. It's that the hijackers don't remember that they hijacked the plane, so they were being puppeted by someone. Though it's the central town, the main street seems nearly deserted and there's virtually no activity to be seen through the car windows. It was confirmed that the vehicle transporting Labrys was abandoned here. So our first move would be to confirm the situation. Or so I thought. I attempt to ignore the rude stares of people trying to get a look inside the car, focusing instead on the scent of my tea. People keep crowding around wherever we park. We've had to move it a number of times already. Didn't get a moment's peace until the car had reached the junkyard on the outskirts of town. As I try to keep from sighing, Iga speaks up from her seat in front of me.
Mitsuru-san, our activities are supposed to be undercover, correct?
You know, Igus has a good point. Why are you coming in a big-ass limousine if you're supposed to be undercover?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't think this one through, did we?
For undercover missions, it will be necessary to keep all personnel and vehicles from being noticed.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Mitsuru-san, may I say something that I've been meaning to say for a while now?
Why are we in a limousine?
No.
No! Oh, that's amazing! Got her ass. Totally got her ass. That's wonderful. Thank you for this.
Understood.
Understood. Igus's poker face is a perfect blank. Oh my god. May we stop at McDonald's? No. Wow, that's perfect. Though I understand what she's getting at. I've actually wanted to say something along those lines to the people around me for a while. Well, why don't you? Why don't you? Come on, your whole social link was about standing up for yourself. Still, it would be galling to hear it from someone else right now. Please. Please don't let the robot point out that I'm being an idiot. Mitsuru totally would if she asked, though. MC got her hooked on Borgars. Absolutely. Yes. Although maybe that's why she would not want to stop at Wild Duck. It would be incredibly embarrassing for the head of the Kirijo group to be photographed scarfing down 10 Borgars out in the sticks in Japan somewhere.
All I told them was to give us a car with enough space.
Our contact has arrived.
The man approaching us is someone whose cooperation I specifically requested. His name is Detective Kurosawa. Okay. Before I can welcome him, Iga speaks up.
Oh my. This was not our designated meeting area, yet he has discovered us.
Oh.
You want to know how I did it?
Ahem. Lately it feels like that whenever Igus wants to voice her opinion to me, she intentionally puts on the robot act. Oh, that's so good. They mentioned this at the lab. That ass better not crack under pressure, Mitsuru. If Igus still speaks in that stiff, formal manner, either she's getting too human and is developing habits, or she's doing it on purpose. Honestly.
We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Kurosawa.
Alright. Kurosawa got promoted to detective.
Long time no see, miss. And Igus, was it?
Indeed. It has been a while.
He kinda... Yeah, the pinstripe suit kind of makes him look like he's on the other side of the law, but, yeah. Yeah, he looks like a very dashing... Looks like a very dashing Yakuza here. Detective Kurosawa was an officer at a police box near the school we attended 3 years ago. He was shunned for cooperating with us and got busted back down to officer, but now that the shadow operatives are officially recognized, he's in their good graces again. A man who can be trusted beyond the confines of his station to solve a case, even going so far as to bend the rules. He's a rare breed. Yeah, possibly with connections thanks to the group. Oh yeah, big time connections. Detective Kurosawa's expression is softened while he makes small talk with Igus. Which makes me realize that this may be the first time he's seen Igus in her combat form.
I shouldn't make you stand while we talk. Please, get in.
Ah, sorry. I haven't seen you in a while, so I had a lot to say.
You must understand that we are trying to go incognito and not doing a very good job of it. Though it's kind of him not to point out that our vehicle and attire are completely unsuited to that goal as he enters the limousine. Yeah, we really did not think this one through, did we? I mean, Mitsuru is always going to turn heads, but yeah, you could have at least had Igus looking like a human, you know? He sits and does not even wait until the door is closed before getting to the point.
I found out quite a bit regarding the case you had me look into. First, I reviewed the report on the incidents from last year. One of the suspects mentioned the word persona.
Then you won't believe what he did with the officer's service weapon.
So what went on here last year?
It's probably related.
Sadly,
but I
Mitsuru
wasn't
didn't buy
done
the
there.
Igus feet DLC.
Parts of this guy's testimony were even more outlandish.
Spent all of her spending money on Borgars, could not afford the DLC. It's a sad reality.
If you can take what's in the record at face value, it seems Persona users can enter TVs within the Inaba region.
Enter TVs? What does that mean?
Just what it sounds like. You physically stick your body into the screen and go inside. He claimed there was another world in the TV, and dropping people inside it was the method behind last year's murders.
This all sounds rather absurd. I'm surprised it was included in the police report.
I mean, yeah, Mitsuru, I'm sure you realize not to dismiss that kind of thing out of hand.
I got in touch with the detective in charge at the time and said the same thing. Apparently the report was filed by a young partner of his at the time. He'd entertained the wildest testimonies like this one.
we going to include what happened to that young partner of his?
He sounds like quite the oddball.
Oh yes, quite the oddball indeed. What a charming young fellow.
If this was what really went on, the police would have had no chance cracking it. But that Detective Dojima
More
is
absurd
one
than the
shrewd guy.
265-floor
Even with
tower
all
built
the
on a high school that
supernatural
leads to the moon, which is also a
hocus-pocus
death god.
surrounding the
Exactly.
He caught the culprit.
More absurd than the MC being able to bang 6 high school girls and a robot and nobody ever picking up on it. Nobody ever catching him cheating. I had asked him to collect information about the serial murders that occurred in Inaba last year. The shadow operatives aren't public knowledge, so I thought the local police would be more willing to speak with him, but the results surpassed my expectations. Though it is slightly frustrating to already run up against something I'm powerless to achieve myself.
That's all I have for you right now. I should be going. I doubt either of us has time to reminisce over the old days.
Hey now, Horsuke was loyal to his woman. True. True. Well, you know. Except for the whole thing with Elizabeth, but come on, that was a one-time thing. Yeah, mostly. I gotta say, I guess definitely made me waver a little bit. more weird than that student named Katone who attended the school, but official records say otherwise. Katone was Horsuke's sister. She died in the car accident.
It's funny, though. I thought the fighting was over, but you guys surprise me every time I see you.
Thank you very much, Officer Kurosawa. Why don't we at least see you off?
Oh, that's all right. I've got my own car. I doubt my department would appreciate your tastes. If I ever showed up for work in something like this, I'd be the talk of the force until the day I retired.
Detective Kurosawa jokes with us before exiting the limousine, waving casually back at us. What about that was a joke? I had nothing to say to that as I watched him leave, rotating his shoulders to work out some kinks. Yes, yeah. Seems to happen to people who are around you. They seem to pick up some kinks. Igus, though, felt the need to open her clanker mouth.
Mitsuru-san, this could be bad. Our sense of social aptitude is in question.
Holy shit. Oh, she's so insufferable. This is wonderful. Oh, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. We helped her become a real girl and she turned into a shit poster. Oh, she's all grown up. God. Oh, this is... Oh. Just so proud. So proud. Oh, I guess.
Can't deny that.
Yeah, God, I'm so proud of her, right? Right? Our little girl is all grown up. She is shitposting so skillfully that she can do it in front of Mitsuru and not get executed. Makoto and Katone from the grave/door, Terminator thumbs up. Yep.
What should we do now?
Curl up in a ball and cry?
Yes.
Yes.
First, we'll need to test the claim that Persona users can enter TVs.
We are at a junkyard after all, and I can see a number of consumer electronics that have been discarded illegally. Agus looks around and points at a certain pile as she gets out of the car.
There is a discarded TV over there. If the environment does not matter, we can use it to test the phenomenon.
Wait, I guess.
Don't worry. I'm just going to touch it.
Alright. Saving that voice line for later use. That's not what I was worried about. I guess isn't wearing anything like a disguise, and, yeah, well, she's in the junkyard where she belongs. No, I'm overthinking this. We've already attracted enough attention. Even if we leave now without doing anything, our pictures could still end up on the internet. Let them gossip about the strange people in funny clothes. It'll become some urban legend. My mind made up, I step outside, wearing my special equipment. Once Iga sees that I've followed her, she gives a small nod and stretches her hand out toward the screen.
Amazing.
Her hand. It's inside the TV screen. She probably just punched her way through, right? But the screen itself seems undamaged. Don't worry, Igus is naturally disguised as a toaster. Exactly. Exactly. She's what? How old is she at this point? Probably 9 or 10 years old. Yeah. 9 or 10-year-old toaster rapidly reaching obsolescence. The junkyard is her natural habitat. Igus's hand is swallowed up to her wrist as if she put it into a bucket of water.
Interesting. It's exactly as the police report said. What's it like inside? Do you feel anything?
She's not wearing anything like a disguise. The tie is just for style. Yeah.
Not particularly. No. Wait a moment. It's the same as mine.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Aha! So you immediately just were able to feel you were able to feel Labrys's soul, huh? Just like a robot Donkey Kong. She really is. Yeah, the collar is interesting too. I guess she's wearing some sort of cloth covering over her chest. Come on, I guess is disguised as an eccentric cosplayer, yeah. And Mitsuru is quote unquote disguised as a dominatrix. Yeah. It's just some fun cosplay going down at the junkyard, you know?
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
Hey, there you are. That voice from above. Sounds very familiar. But all I see in the direction from where it came is a man in an outlandish red cape. Yes. See, you didn't have to worry about your outfits being stupid because Akihiko's here to outstupid you all. I guess Kong Makoto jumps over barrels to save his gal. I hesitate for a moment. Could it be?
Is that Akihiko?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, he did the superhero. He did the superhero landing. You know he did. You know he did. Man leaps from the stack tower TVs like an acrobat.
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here.
I was gonna say
So
Mitsuru's
TV
disguised as
things.
Igus's handler, but a
Interesting.
less kind word. It's the fur coat. Yeah, yeah. In spite of myself, I bury my face in my palm. A very, very natural response to seeing Akihiko.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Were you doing like pro wrestling or something?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
I feel like if R2-D2 could like speak a normal language, this is probably the kind of shit he was saying the whole time. Yeah, you can see Iga smirking. You can. Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm throwing the toaster in the bathtub. I've reached my limit. I'm never mentioning the subject of our appearance again. Oh, you won't have to bring it up. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You won't have to bring it up.
Anyway, we can go inside from that TV, right?
You just watched Igus do it.
What are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
Yeah, Mitsuru gonna purge Igus's memory of Makoto sooner or later.
So what? If we want to get this Labrys back, someone has to go inside, right?
Well, that's...
Well, that's...
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town.
I really love this, honestly. Cause like, yeah, Mitsuru is the natural leader of these idiots now, right? And she was so in her lane when she was sort of, you know, when she was sort of the overseer, the advisor, and you had the MC making the decisions and being the actual leader, right? And now she actually has to deal with these idiots, and it's just amazing. God, I love this so much. It's 100% correct. This is what it would be like.
If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
Like before, she could just make the MC go deal with Igus or Sanada when they're being idiots. But yeah, now she has to take the full brunt of it. No wonder they never got past the first floor of Tartarus. I mean, Katone had to deal with Aki almost throwing hands with Ken. Oh my god. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's yeah. I kind of prefer to think of Katone as non-canon, just cause, dear lord, that kind of ruins Aki for me. Like you're actually going to, you're gonna throw hands with Ken. Come on, dude. Akihiko's right. That's exactly why we've been trying to act as quickly as possible since this case began.
We're different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever.
Oh my god.
Now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
Recklessly unafraid to state his honest opinion, classic Akihiko. He must understand that is his role. Certainly there are times when I need such opinions. It's been a while since he went abroad. I think I can understand his current mindset.
All right. Wait right here.
Right.
I need to go make a phone call first.
Wait right here. Let me make a call. Let me check on the status of the chicken, and then we'll Leroy this.
Okay, but make it quick.
Doesn't have to tell me twice. I take out my phone and bring up the contact list. KFC. A world inside a TV. Don't know what it might be like in there, but I do know someone that could help us. I was originally going to ask for their help after Labrys was secure, but perhaps the time has come. Who could it be? Who could it be that she's contacting there? No, it wouldn't be Ken. Now I've taken all possible precautions. The rest is a test of our resolve.
The other members will wait here in the car.
Yeah. If we all barge in and something happens, we'll be devastated.
Now that you mention it, at least one of us should be staying behind as well.
I am not staying.
Oh, it's Fuka. I bet it's Fuka. Fuka's gonna navigate, isn't she?
Us three will be plenty. We'll end this in a flash. No problem.
I wonder if Fuka's going to. I wonder if
The same
Fuka's
as
going to
always.
commentate on our battles.
Although, we have no idea what might be waiting for us on the other side. Don't get careless.
Right.
This situation, it brings back memories.
Yeah, this was a damn fine party comp in
Ready.
Persona 3. Okay, so where are they gonna get spit out?
Why enter the TV?
Oh.
What's going on?
Oh, this was the case that Naoto had to follow. I see. Past an hour, we have yet to fight. Hell yeah. Persona at its finest.
Where am I? Is this inside the TV?
I remember being enveloped in a white light, but what came afterwards is unclear. Is this the world inside the TV? Oddly enough, the sight before me seems to be the main gate of a school. The name engraved on the entrance plate is...
Yasagami High School. I do recall that name from our map of Inaba.
Mm-hmm.
An existing high school has been completely recreated inside the TV?
Mm-hmm. I then came to a realization. I've encountered something much like this before, yeah. Yeah, my high school turned into a 265-degree fuck dungeon. Doesn't appear to be much different from reality as far as appearances, but it has that same distinctive sticky atmosphere. Sticky is the adjective you're gonna use, huh? The Labyrinth Tartarus, our battleground 3 years ago. There's a lot of similarity to this place.
Wait, where are the others? Akihiko! Aigis!
Being separated won't do anything to further our mission. Perhaps I can use my communication power to get in touch with them?
I can't reach them through my persona either. This place is highly unusual.
It's still barely functioning, but the noise here is severe. I'll need to understand this world a little better and find a quiet place to concentrate. As I check my surroundings again for enemies, I hear the sound of footsteps. I tense, getting myself ready. But when I turn around, a uniformed girl stops, looking at me in bewilderment.
Huh?
I didn't expect to meet someone else here, let alone a seemingly ordinary schoolgirl. Could her age and outfit belie a connection to the theft of Labrys? I mean, if you had a really, really good memory, you have seen her once before. Pretty sure Mitsuru was there when we saw Yukiko in P3. Well, P3 Reload. But once the girl's surprise faded, she still seemed confused by my appearance. Seems that even here in another dimension, people are startled by my attire. Scaroused, even. At least her reaction allayed my suspicions. People reveal something of themselves when they're caught off guard. Anyone in the act of committing a crime couldn't fake being perplexed so naturally.
Did I surprise you? I suppose my outfit is somewhat unusual.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, you should see some of the weirdos I hang out with. Startled is a word for it, sure. It was a one-off thing. I doubt Mitsuru would remember a face for a trip they went to once. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, if she had a really photographic memory, she might remember her, but yeah, probably not.
Why are you here?
Well,
A loud cheer suddenly swells, cutting off our conversation. Judging by the sound, I'd guess there's a crowd present here. I look around the area in confusion.
What? Where is that coming from?
Students appear one after another, clearly intrigued to see us here.
What's going on?
Before I can react, an image appears on the monitor buried beneath the bizarre decorations.
Hello! Hello! This is General Teddy, your benevolent dictator!
And I, Rosette, am your commentator. It's time for the next round in the P1 Grand Prix. Are you ready to fight?
P1 Grand Prix? Fight?
Suddenly, on the one in the ridiculous costumes queue, smoke pours out around us. A spotlight shines from somewhere directly upon me.
Ugh.
I instinctively raise my arm to shield my eyes from the harsh light. Feels like I'm being displayed for an audience. Oh, what a shame that would be.
And who do we have for Yuki-chan's opponent this time? Ooh! It's a mysterious, beautiful lady!
Oh, General Teddy. General Teddy. It doesn't matter if you resist ice, buddy. You're still getting encased in a block of it.
How unexpected!
Teddy, you're inching closer to the meat grinder.
Teddy? What's wrong?
Oh, shit. Oh, I think Labras recognizes her.
Do you know that bear?
Do you know that bear? The monitor showing the costumed General Teddy suddenly fuzzes over with static. The static gets worse and worse, until an eerily expressionless bear costume, one that looks as though it forgot how to make facial expressions, appears on screen. The voice is the same as before, but his tone is harsh and mechanical now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
Oh.
What is that supposed to mean? Ugh. What's going on?
As soon as the abnormality registers, I feel a bizarre noise, like something scratching against my whole body. Is that some kind of an attack? Didn't seem to have any effect on me, but the girl standing beside me underwent quite a change.
You. Who do you think you are, showing up alone like this?
What?
It's no use trying to talk your way out of it. There's nothing to discuss. You don't even try to understand anyone anyway. If you want to wall yourself off from everyone, I'll be happy to end your lonely life here.
Damn! The girl's face distorts with hatred as she spits her words at me. It's a far cry from her earlier demeanor. It's as if she's a completely different person. That's not all. Understandably, she seemed not to know me before, but now she speaks as if she does. What is this? Could it be the effect of the noise I sense?
You won't be so smug for long. Come, Konohana Sakuya!
A persona?
The girl spreads the fan in her hand, and with a flash of light, a persona manifests. How careless of me. I should have accounted for this possibility as soon as I saw her here in this world.
We won't be settling this peacefully, I see. In which case...
I ready my evoker and concentrate.
To me, Artemisia.
Power rises from within me, and the sensation in my limbs tells me that my persona has emerged without the use of an evoker. My hand holding the evoker is still at my side. My persona? Did it just appear without the use of my evoker to trigger it? Did I summon it only by thinking? Theoretically, one doesn't need an evoker to summon one's persona. Yeah, I mean, Takaya could do it. I didn't have one the day my persona first manifested, and I've done without one several other times as well. But never before have I summoned it so easily and without any special concentration. It's as if my consciousness is reaching far beyond the boundaries of my body. By way of analogy, it feels like being able to control the wind with my fingertips. Could it be because this world is special? The girl's voice brings me back to the situation at hand. Which reminds me, the girl doesn't seem to use any special implements to summon either.
A persona user. Fine. I still won't lose.
Sorry, but I won't be defeated either.
I mean, they're both weak to each other's elements, so I guess it just comes down to whoever gets the first attack off, right? What's her title?
Finally.
The Imperious Queen of Execution. Oh, right. Ooh. Shit. Shit.
This is turning into a very one-sided battle. I'm trying for swarm escape. Next time. But they're finally on roll. Smashing hit. Learn oh, wait. Has the battle been decided? Go for it.
Oh. Fucking zoner. Come here.
I'm coming for you.
I know I can, Bufala. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Ugh.
How unfortunate.
That was rough.
Next time.
Yeah, the way she holds her sword makes it look like a cane and really completes the outfit, right? Wonder if Marin Karen actually works on the women. Fuck yes. I don't think anyone can resist. Yini, do you think Marin Karen works on the women? A cane with a crossguard, yeah. Once the battle ends, the monitor nearby switches on.
An irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected.
Mitsuru has the power to turn people gay. I can buy that, absolutely.
Intruders are persona users. Due to difficulties in elimination, they will be acknowledged as valid targets.
He obviously refers to myself and the others. Does it mean that he's going to adjust his tactics for dealing with us due to how much of a threat we are? The way he said that seems like a bad omen.
Targets.
Alright, yeah, I need to figure out how to Bufala, because that would have been a lot of help there. It's a nice ranged attack. I understand that we're considered to be intruders, but what did he mean by that? Seems we're part of the tournament now, but what was the enemy's original plan? The monitor screen fuzzes again. Once more it shows the costume person as he originally appeared.
Jeez, you need to let me know if you want to get in on the fun!
Marin can work on implied female shadows, so maybe? I think maybe absolutely.
But this is a unique situation, and you're one hot mama, so I'll make an exception. Just keep putting on a good show in your next bout, too!
Who are you? Why don't you take off that strange costume and show your face?
Why don't you stop wearing that silly teddy suit? Why don't you stop wearing that silly human suit?
Hey now, I don't think a lady walking around in a cat suit like yours
Wreck.
Enough with the questions. Move on!
Ugh. Again! Yet another person hung up on my outfit! Mitsuru, you need to... you need to understand. You need to understand. It's unlike me to let the enemy's words get under my skin. The monitor switches off with those cheeky words.
Is that costume thing the one who stole Labras? If so, then what's the purpose of this bizarre tournament?
Cheeky words, begging for some cheeky punishment.
Fine. I'll get a read on your location.
Cheeky cheek punishment. I quickly link my communicator and persona. Some personas are more suited to operational support than direct combat. In my case, though, that power is secondary. We normally have a persona user who specializes in that role, but with some specialized equipment I can get by. I focus my consciousness and send it drifting throughout the surrounding area. At this rate, Mitsuru will be well done by the time we're done, yeah. Poor girl is weak to fire, and she is getting roasted. The enemy must think he's keeping an eye on us, but he'll learn soon enough that he's not the only one with a bird's-eye view of the situation. Before the layout of this place becomes clear, an unexpected change occurs around me. Oh. The moment I use my power, noise runs through the students that have been spectating. In an instant, they turn into something like silhouettes that barely have human shapes. Shadows. It seems like their true colors have been exposed. Are they not human?
What? Were they shadows? If they
Did
were,
you not
I
pick
don't
up?
sense any hostility from them.
That's surprising. You should have at least picked up that they were shadows.
Were they just set dressing that thing in the costume prepared?
I mean, basically, yeah. The cheering crowd would lead one to believe that there is a large number of people inside the TV, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Which leaves it a mystery. It may be best to consider it a blessing.
In any case, it appears that apart from this girl here, none of those students were real.
Poor Yukiko. The girl who had collapsed on the floor is coming around. I release my persona and rush over to help her up. I wasn't fighting to my fullest, so she shouldn't be suffering from any real wounds. There are many mysteries surrounding this girl. She seems to be more than just an associate of the one in the bear costume. The moment the girl sees me, she jumps back like a startled animal. Her speech is flustered, her face a bright blushing red. There are tears in her eyes. Oh, wow.
How come you knew about that?
How come you... Oh, right.
About what?
That was private. I never even told anyone at the inn about that.
Oh.
I can't believe someone I've never even met before knew.
The girl covers her reddened face in shame. I try to think back to what I said to her. Did I point out anything that would cause such a reaction? One detail jumps out at me. When the girl's manner of speech shifted before our battle, it wasn't just her personality that abruptly changed. Yeah, she knew shit about you. Though we had just met, she talked as if she knew more than she should about my past.
That reminds me. That noise I sensed earlier is gone.
Yet the girl before me now no longer bears any of the senseless animosity from before.
It seems to have been some kind of interference from the enemy. Come to think of it, that bear was egging us on. The interference must have been to ensure two total strangers would fight. General Teddy, was it? He looked comical enough, but he certainly put an elaborate scheme in motion.
No! How could Teddy...
She seems to have finally calmed down and continues muttering with a perplexed expression.
You know the one in costume, I take it?
Oh, I know him very well. He's usually not like this at all.
I mean, he's definitely very creepy, and he should receive many, many beatings, but, you know, he never would go this far, right? Right? I take the girl's hand and help her again help her to her feet.
I'm Mitsuru Kirijo. I've come here in search of a unique object. Why don't we start over? If you don't mind, I'd like to hear a little about yourself.
Yes. Oh, my name's Yukiko Amagi. I'm sorry for losing my composure just now.
There are two very good girls on screen right now. I'm glad that we have this meeting.
So, Amagi, why did you come to this world?
Where to start? So many strange things happened over the last year.
At first glance, she looks like an ordinary student, so why is she here inside the TV? Amagi briefly summarized her recent past to me in an even tone of voice. According to her, this world was prominent in a serial murder case last year. She and her friends awakened to their personas while investigating the case and eventually solved it. This world is formed by people's thoughts, and at the case's conclusion it returned to its original state. None of this contradicts what I learned from Detective Kurosawa.
A realm inside a TV, formed by people's thoughts.
Excuse me.
It sounds absurd, but that would explain the incongruity I sensed when I used my persona.
We thought the case had been solved, but lately there's been another strange program on the air. My friends and I couldn't ignore that, so we came back here.
Your friends? Are there others here besides yourself?
Yes, I was with 3 other people, but we got separated when we entered. The one in costume and the girl who called herself Rosette are friends of ours too. But they're acting so strangely.
So this is not the way they generally behave, then?
Excuse me. I can tell from Amagi's reactions that normally she trusts those two implicitly. Considering what the enemy did to her earlier, could they be under its control as well? Either way, it sheds no light on the theft of Labris. How are they related? Or is this incident only a coincidence?
There's one more thing I'm curious about. Have you ever heard the name Labris?
Labris? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. What is it?
I had a Labris. It was a fantastic, fantastic Pokemon. Great ice and water attacks.
It's the thing I'm searching for. What makes it problematic is that I know nothing of its appearance.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't. I was just about to ask, like, if she saw Student Council President Labris, would she know what's up? And I guess not.
Honestly, I'm not sure it has anything to do with this disturbance. Though I can't write it off completely as irrelevant.
Though it appears that there's no connection, whoever went so far as to hijack a plane to steal Labris brought her all the way here. No matter how I look at it, that means something.
Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. I understand the situation better now. We should stay together going forward.
Whoa, think again, ladies!
General Teddy suddenly appears on the screen to interrupt our conversation.
Only the winner of each bout can go on. That's rule number 1 in the Grand Prix.
How exactly can that rule be enforced? As if to answer my unspoken question, Amagi makes an odd gesture.
There's nothing here, but I can feel something. A wall, maybe? Wait, but Mitsuru-san could...
Amagi looks at me expectantly. I take a tentative step and walk through the place where she claims there is a wall.
Like I said, you're stuck there until the tournament's over. Only winners get to go. Come on, miss. You won. So it's time to bear roll forward to the next stage.
I must leave the girl alone in this strange world, then. Though I'm uneasy about doing so, she can take care of herself. Amagi seems to read my thoughts and smiles.
Thank you, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, she can take care of
I fought
herself.
shadows for an entire year, too. I can protect myself.
I see. In that case, I'll press on and do my best to rescue your friends.
If you see them, please tell them I'm all right and they shouldn't worry about me. You be careful too, Mitsuru-san.
Aww. Amagi smiles resolutely. She's a very strong girl.
All right, I'll pass that along.
I nod, acknowledging her wishes, and turn my back to walk away.
Not only do they tamper with our minds, they prevent us from leaving until the tournament is settled. It may not necessarily ruin friendships, but there's no way forward than to fight one another. What a loathsome trick.
So I imagine we'll probably be fighting Aigis and Akihiko. And probably at least one more of the Persona 4 cast. I think it'd be funniest to have her fight Yosuke, honestly.
It
or
seems the
Kanji.
mastermind is intent on us fighting each other.
I grip my teeth in anger. Amagi's clear eyes remain in my heart. This operation, it's no longer just to retrieve Labris. I make a silent vow as I go. Everyone who has been dragged into this must be rescued.
Another dead end.
As I step into the school, I realize that these invisible walls are everywhere, blocking off routes that seem open to the naked eye. How about Naoto? She saw them enter the Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we're probably going to fight Naoto. That's a very good point. Why is the thief who stole Labris gathering Persona users in this world? Not having a clear idea of their motivations is compounding my anxiety. Aigis and Akihiko may have been dragged into this Grand Prix as well. If so, we need to compare notes. If all goes well, we may figure out the location of the mastermind behind this that I failed to grasp earlier. After quickly confirming that there are no shadows nearby, I link my communicator with my persona. I focus my consciousness and send it drifting throughout the surrounding area.
So lonely.
Aww.
What was that?
The presence is faint and I can't tell where it is, yet I can definitely hear a voice. It seems I could sense it because of my secondary support capabilities, but when I focus harder, it doesn't seem that they're trying to communicate with me. It's more like the words and the intense emotions behind them are seeping out of the room itself, perhaps even from all around me. Eventually, the voice becomes clearer.
I'm scared. And alone. It hurts. Why? Why won't anyone listen?
I wonder if in the wonder if in the original Japanese, Labris had a weird accent, you know?
I don't recognize the voice. Perhaps one of Amagi's friends.
I didn't ask to be born a machine. How come no one understands?
Oh.
What's the difference between normal people's hearts and mine?
Oh.
A machine? Is that Labris?
I stand up and try calling to her.
Labris! Are you nearby? Answer me!
But there is no answer. It seems that it's not because the voice's owner is nearby that I can hear her. It is subtly different from hearing voices with one's own ears, it's true. I focus my senses once again, but I still can't tell exactly where it's coming from. Not yet having a thorough command of the layout here makes it harder to pinpoint. Eventually the voice fades, only silence remains.
Going by what she said, that had to have been Labris. Sounds as if her heart has developed further than we thought.
Even Aegis, the latest model, required a lot of time and experience to develop the heart she has. So then why does Llerose, who's been sealed from her development up to now, have such an advanced heart?
I didn't ask to be born a machine. It pains me to hear that.
Yeah. The anti-shadow suppression weapons. Both Aegis and Llerose were created as insurance for dangerous shadow experimentations, in case the subject should go berserk. The only thing that can stand up against a shadow is a persona, and being able to control one is an absolute necessity when dealing with shadows. Thus they were given hearts in order to induce their ability to use personas. But a weapon that has a heart contradicts itself. It was natural for Aegis to face that contradiction, and it caused her serious anguish in the past.
We can't allow victims like her to be tormented by sins of the past, whether they're human or not.
Newly resolved, I press on. I continued through the school, still unable to contact Aegis or Akihiko. The invisible walls seem to be leading me towards a gym. Compared to the one back at Gekkoukan High, this one is rather modest, but the chairs stacked to unusual heights and the monitors everywhere give it an eerie air. Ah, the monitor is switching on again. This time it's not showing General Teddy. How strange. This appears to be a commercial for a fighting event.
What in the...
A succession of young men and women are introduced as participants. One of them I recognize as Amagi.
They're wearing the same uniforms as Amagi. I assume these are the friends she spoke of.
All of them are introduced with horrible epithets, but the Amagi I met in person was a completely different, sophisticated girl. I suppose the enemy made up all the taglines. Just as Amagi's introduction ends, the video suddenly turns off and General Teddy's face appears on screen.
I had to completely rejigger the bracket to accommodate 3 new contestants. Sheesh.
3 new contestants. Myself, Akihiko, and Aegis?
On the other paw, a tournament's more exciting with more people in it. But getting back on track, allow me to introduce your next opponent.
When I enter, someone who had already been there turns around. His face, it was on the video a moment ago. Yes! Alright, Yosuke. Alright, Yosuke. Spill that spaghetti. Spill that spaghetti.
Holy crap, she's smoking hot. What she's wearing doesn't hurt either.
You were in that video just now. What was it they called you?
Captain Ressentiment.
How come you remember that stupid title and not my real name? Figures I meet a knockout like this, and she already knows about that. God, I wish I was dead.
Surely after 3 years he'll have come out of the closet. Nah. Apparently the epithets from the video hit a sore point with the people featured. The nickname left more of an impression than his real name, so it just slipped out. At that moment, General Teddy appears again on one of the larger monitors inside the gym.
How do you like your opponent?
Why are you making us fight? What benefit do you derive from this nonsense?
So many questions. I just want you all to suffer. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that fun?
That's what this is about? No. If Llerose is involved, there's more to it, isn't there?
Enough jibba-jabba. Hurry and start the fight. Look at your opponent. He's ready, see?
As the general smirks, a wave of discomfort washes over me. This is cool, so like Mitsuru can actually pick up on the magic being used to, to get them to fight each other, to create the illusion. It's the same as that time with Amagi. As I glare at the monitor, thinking that more interference is at work here, I hear unexpectedly bitter words.
Yeah, Teddy's right. I mean, you're the one who barged in here. Man, who'd come to such a dangerous place without hesitating? You really are an ice queen.
Oh no!
Friends, huh?
Oh no! It's happening again! It's happening again! The moment that noise kicks in, not only does my opponent's personality change, they begin speaking of things they shouldn't know about. It's exactly like what happened with Amagi.
You talk as if you know me.
Stop acting so calm and changing the subject. You seem like you don't know much about this world, so how do you plan to get out? Don't tell me you rushed in here with no escape plan.
Yeah, she might have rushed in here with no escape plan.
Oh man, seriously? You're nuts.
It's, This is what happens when you let Akihiko do the planning.
People like you who obsess over responsibility and put all the burden on yourselves, you annoy the hell out of me.
It doesn't matter how others perceive me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Isn't that
Ice
because
Queen.
you don't trust anyone?
Oh. We clearly can't have a normal conversation with the enemy's interference, but even knowing that, I catch myself trying to argue the point. Oh, if Yosuke brings up him... if Yosuke brings up the MC, she might not hold back. The only one who really understood you is a door. The heavy responsibility I suffer is mine alone. If I share it with someone, then that means the suffering will also be shared. That is why I try to be self-sufficient. The more I care about someone, the less I'm willing to rely on them. But isn't that no better than not believing in them? I've been caught in that trap before. Maybe I still haven't truly escaped it. How could he guess at my private distress, one that I barely confided to others before?
I was supposedly an unexpected intruder. What's going on?
What are you mumbling about? Well, let me ease your mind. I'll end everything for you. Let's do this, Jiraiya!
Go, Yosuke-senpai! Beat up that
shady lady!
Let the fight begin!
I can see there'll be no talking sense with him like this. There's nothing for it, then. Artemisia!
Well, that's not how I thought the Yosuke thing was gonna go. I thought he was just going to simp so hard that, the Kirijo was forced to, you know, take him down. May 8th.
Finally!
It's her birthday. I think I was told this before. Okay. Oh! Oh! Gotcha. And then that's your command grab. Okay. I was going for the command grab, but I did the distance instead. That's fine though. That helped. That helped. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She sure does love him face down, ass up, doesn't she?
Aw, you're so useless, Yosuke-senpai. Unfortunately, the party crasher wins.
Even gets KO'd like a bottom, yep. KO'd with the low jab. The girl on the PA system is rather casual with her insults. Well, if you knew Yosuke better, you would understand. Soon after, General Teddy appears on the monitor.
You're so strong, miss. I can barely believe how gorgeous and powerful you are.
Uh-huh. Oh, just wait until you find out for yourself.
It seems they're not provoking us only to have us fight one another. And their method, is it more like an illusion they're casting over us, rather than some sort of mind control?
Seems like
Still
it.
trying to figure everything out? Switch your brain off and enjoy the Grand Prix already.
Sorry, but I'm not some savage who enjoys the suffering of others. And don't call me Miss. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Oh, yes.
Kirijo?
Aha!
You've toyed with us, and I don't take that lightly.
I like
I'll
that the
make you
TV
pay
brand
for
as
what you've
Mayanaka
done.
translates
You
to
better be
midnight.
prepared for that.
Nice.
Kirijo.
Kirijo. The moment he hears my voice, the face of the bear costume distorts into a mask of hate. Wasn't your voice, it was your name.
You're the one who should be prepared. I'll never let you stop me.
The broadcast ends after he flings those words at me.
I mentioned my name on purpose.
Uh-huh.
He reacted as strongly to the name Kirijo as I thought he would.
Okay, dang. Mitsuru figured it out. Still don't know anything for certain, but I'm increasingly sure that General Teddy is related to the circumstances surrounding Labras.
At first, I thought I'd stumbled into an irrelevant side incident, but evidently not. We were meant to come here.
Mm-hmm. Just then, the young man behind me slowly gets to his feet.
Ow!
Ah, you're awake.
You're awake. Got caught in that Imperial ambush, just like the rest of us. Seems now that the battle is settled, the interference causing us both to seem odd vanished. Hanamura cringes away, frightened. Oh, now you remember his name. I can't help but shrug.
My.
Hara.
Magi reacted the same way. Were the things that the illusory me said that harsh?
Oh, you bet. What? Illusory?
It's hard to fight with a boner, isn't it, Yosuke?
And did you just say Amagi? You meant Yukiko?
Yes, before I came here. I was forced to fight her, quite against my will.
I explained the situation to him. I also add that she shared information with me on last year's case. That should help prove that I did encounter Amagi. Just on the off chance, I asked Hanamura about Labras, but he seems not to even know the name. Once we've finished speaking, he stands up and places his hand in the air as if touching something.
Only the winner can move on, huh? I'm the only one who can feel this invisible wall thing, so I guess it's true.
I'm glad you understand. I was worried you'd doubt me since I'm a complete stranger.
Well, you didn't seem like someone who'd try and trick me. I mean, what's the point? I've lost now, so I can't go anywhere.
Indeed. You're very pragmatic.
The young man waves away my compliment.
Nah, after what I went through last year, I just got used to coming smack up against insane stuff in this world.
Fair
And
enough.
Yukiko, my friend you met, she believed in you. So I don't mind trusting you too.
Aww.
I see.
I can't help myself from smiling. Yes, what a cute smile it is. Oh my gosh. That was always the best moment when you got the little Mitsuru smile. Their bond seems to be real. I do somewhat envy the way they trust each other without a doubt. That could never have happened unless they had overcome the same trials together.
I'd like your opinion on something. What do you think is the objective of this tournament? That General Teddy said it was all in fun, but I doubt it's anything so simple.
I've been wondering the same thing, but I don't know. But you know, it might not just be Teddy behind it. I met this weird girl earlier.
Aha!
A weird girl?
She was about my age, and she said she was the student council president. It was like she had no idea that she was inside the TV world. That doesn't seem very likely, does it?
No, I doubt one could be unaware of such things. It's possible that she didn't come here of her own will.
This may be a school now, but it doesn't always look like this. When normal people who don't have personas come in here, the world changes to reflect what they're thinking of. It happened every time a victim was dumped into a TV last year. Maybe this time she's the victim. Even if she means well, she still could have a lot to do with the tournament.
Girl, huh?
Judging from the state of affairs, I'm beginning to think that the girl in question is Labras. Since Hanamura doesn't know the details of my mission, it wouldn't occur to him that what I'm searching for is a humanoid weapon with a heart.
What did this girl look like? Did anything about her stand out?
Huh? No, not really. She wore the same uniform as the rest of us.
A uniform?
Considering how Aigis looks, it's possible that Labras' appearance is quite close to human. But what does it mean that she's able to completely pass as a human? Even Aigis has to wear clothes that cover her entire body in order for her to walk around town. Yet Labras even wears the same uniform as them? Chalk it up to another unsolved mystery, I suppose. But after talking with Hanamura, it does feel like I'm starting to understand the bigger picture here.
I see. Thank you. I'm getting a clearer picture of what's going on. I'm sorry, but I can't stay and chat. I should be leaving now.
Oh, wait a sec. Can I ask you a favor?
Can I take a picture, please?
Can you look after my other friends too?
Aww.
It sucks, but I can't get to them from here.
Yeah, I kinda guessed Yosuke was gonna be simping a lot harder than he is.
That Teddy's really not a bad guy either. Sure, he eats my ice cream without asking and stuff, but He's not the type of guy who'd get off on watching people hurt each other. There's gotta be some other explanation.
Don't worry. I was already thinking along similar lines. What we saw was an illusion. It may be that they're faced with the same situation. I'll save everyone who's been dragged into this, including your friends, and this student council president.
Thanks. Just
One
hurry
student
before
council
someone else
president to
dies
the
in
other.
here.
God. Hanamura's expression, which had previously been bright, albeit desperate, darkens noticeably. From all I've heard, last year's shadow incident revolved around serial murders. It may be that he lost someone as well. To fight so desperately but lack the power to make a difference, being forcibly parted from loved ones. I understand that pain all too well.
That must sound pretty lame, losing the fight and then making a lot of demands.
Aww.
Not so. Your concern for your friends in a situation like this. C'est magnifique.
Yes.
What?
Talk French to me, baby.
I sensed it when speaking to Amagi too, but you all seem to have very strong wills. I promise to do what I can to help.
The emotions he seems to view as a weakness are actually a strength. That's a good summary of Yosuke in general, yeah. I'm sure that with a little more experience, he'll come to realize that too. He'll see how difficult it is to hold on to that will and how valuable it is to have friends he can share it with. Since I am the one who'll be moving on, I'm responsible for the duties he entrusted to me. As if sensing my determination, Hanamura's expression turns serious, and he nods. After parting with Hanamura, I once again proceed through the school. The invisible walls continue to bar my path. Undoubtedly, the enemy is leading me exactly where he wants me.
Is there no end to this?
The rules of the P1 Grand Prix are powerfully enforced. I tried to see if I could destroy one of these walls, but it doesn't seem as though I can. Maybe if I used all my strength, but even if I do, I'll be locked into a fight if I happen to run into anyone. Either way, it didn't seem worth the trouble. I stray from the suggested route on purpose and open one of the classroom doors. I sense no enemies. It doesn't look likely that I'll run into my next opponent here either. It should be safe here. Yeah, at least until Lizzie comes crashing through the roof. Once again, I link my communicator with my persona. This time, unlike before, my senses cleanly and smoothly spread outward. I sense two familiar signals.
Akihiko and Aigis. They both seem to be okay.
First, I focus my senses to contact Aigis, who's closer by.
Can you hear me, Aigis?
Mitsuru-san, I am relieved to finally hear from you. Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I've confirmed his safety. I'm sure he won't be defeated that easily.
Unless there's a beef bowl in here or something, then everything's ruined forever. Aigis laughs upon hearing my words.
Let's exchange information while we can.
Aigis looks pissed, yeah. I give her a simple outline of the current situation. I mentioned the students that were drawn here. My suspicion that this Grand Prix mastermind is almost certainly related to Labras. And what I've heard of a girl who I'm assuming to be Labras.
I saw that girl a moment ago, though I lost sight of her when the invisible walls blocked my path.
I've been told she looks more human than you. Is that possible?
Not only that, she was almost indistinguishable from a normal person. I couldn't believe it either. Yet I definitely sensed a personality module. I don't believe there's any mistake that she is Labras.
I see.
There's no doubt that General Teddy has strong ties to Labras and the Kirijo group. But this girl whom we believe to be Labras is apparently walking around unconstrained. If he can set up this many walls, it should be easy for him to capture her, too.
Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labras ties into this situation yet, but be careful. Hello?
Uh-oh.
I lost her.
Aigis' voice trails off as my connection to her dies out again. I wonder if the enemy noticed our conversation and took preventative measures. The voice I'm hearing now definitely isn't General Teddy's.
Ain't there some other way? If there was, then...
That's the same voice from before. Labras, is that you?
It's happening again. The voice reaches me through my persona ability, but I have the strangest sensation about it. Yeah, it's like, it's the entire It's the entire area. This is all Labrys's mind. I get the impression that the voice is, yeah, seeping out of the place itself.
Why are you laughing? What about this is funny?
Who is she addressing?
I don't want to fight him anymore!
Aww.
That reminds me. Hanamura said that the environments here are formed by the thoughts of those who enter this world. Could these be Labrys's innermost thoughts? Is that why everything about this place radiates her feelings?
Seems about right.
I think we are!
Killbots! Oof. For a moment I experience not just the voice, but a powerful wave of emotions. They bombard me through my persona's senses. A strong sadness, confusion, despair. I can't help but fall to my knees, though nothing is assaulting me directly. How can I describe this weight? One possible explanation crosses my mind.
She's not addressing anyone. These are her memories. I see. So that's what's going on.
I think back to what General Teddy said, that making people suffer is fun. I dismissed it as a barbaric desire not worth thinking about too deeply. But in truth, what kind of horrors would someone have to go through to emerge with such a stunted perspective?
I'm finally beginning to see the relationship between this tournament and Labrys.
In any case, I must proceed on to learn anything. I redouble my resolve and begin walking again. Labrys, who you think we are? T-800, yeah, Terminator. Yep. The monitor suddenly turns on, showing us smirking General Teddy.
What are you getting so sentimental for? The Grand Prix's not over yet!
Then you intend to continue this meaningless farce.
I'll decide what's meaningless or not! Bring out the next challenger!
Wonder who we're gonna get. Maybe you. I could see you. As soon as the general shouts, smoke gushes out, obstructing my view. This idea to toss around a T-800 with a persona, dear lord, like they needed any help. Seems he isn't willing to listen to reason at all, not that I expected otherwise. Who will I be forced to fight this time? I strain my eyes to see through the smoke. Looks like it's...
You.
Ah, okay, yep. Good job, Chitao, called it. I remember that face. Naoto Shirogane. He was present as a police observer when Labrys was being transported to Yakushima. Ah, okay. It was thanks to his quick thinking that we discovered Labrys had been taken to Inaba. If our trip hadn't been disrupted by the hijacking, he probably would have been with us in Yakushima. But why is he here?
This is a problem. I didn't think we'd run into each other so soon.
I mean, I assume, yeah, that Naoto probably still keeps up the, masquerade doing official police work.
Is this another illusion? No. I can see that it isn't. Why are you here?
I'll answer that question later. It would be best to say as little as possible for now.
With that, the young man lifts a finger to his lips in a gesture to remain silent. Directly afterwards, that staticky sensation runs through my body. It's then that I understand what he meant. Once again, this noise will prevent us from understanding each other properly. He's probably also noticed the effect at work. Nothing we say right now could be called conversing. If we both understand that, neither of us need to take what the other says personally. Oh, they'll still get ya! That's why he called for temporary silence. It's an amazing assessment given the brief time in which he had to make it. Battle of the Bus. Before long, as expected, yeah, they're both C-cups, aren't they? The young man before me undergoes a complete attitude reversal.
Seriously, such impatience handling the grunt work yourself like this. Isn't micromanaging like this the style of an incompetent leader? One who can't see the bigger picture?
You'd think Mitsuru's... Oh, she's a D. Okay. Yeah, that might... This isn't how he truly feels. I say nothing.
The silent treatment, huh? That's fine. I understand perfectly. You don't believe in people. Not a single one.
Man.
You have friends and allies, but believing in them is a different thing. I suspect you'll never break down that wall. Shall I say it for you? You're actually scared to. The notion of growing attached to something and losing it scares you so much that you'll share nothing truly important to you.
To be fair, she did have to deal with a whole shit ton of loss. Very, very concentrated too. Her dad, the MC, Shinji.
Even if you want to believe in your friends, you can't.
That's not true.
And here we go. After the words slipped from my mouth, I realized that the argument is futile.
Of course it is. Why not simply admit it? In truth, you have your hands full just expiating your family's sins. You don't need the added burden of others placing their lives in your hands. Isn't that how you really feel?
Possibly giving up her persona for life, yep. Just being on the internet, we all deal with a great deal of loss in a short amount of time.
No.
No! The young man smirks as if ridiculing my inability to stop myself from responding to his allegations, despite knowing the futility of doing so. But the smirk only helped me to regain my composure. The real Shargane would never make that face. This is only an illusion.
There's no use continuing this. Not until I eliminate this irritating mirage.
You know the feeling of beating a game and going, now what? Yep. Alright, Naoto was tough. When we fought her with Kanji, she was tough. Or no, she wasn't. We destroyed Naoto with Kanji, never mind. Woo!
You have time to go.
Fuck me. Oh, right. No persona. Shit.
Sorry, but I see.
Yeah, I tried to combo into my persona, just stood there and got wrecked. Woo! Just barely.
The slim difference was a deciding factor.
It's the difference between C and D, baby. Turn towards the monitor on the assumption that General Teddy will appear to mock us. But for some reason this time he doesn't. Not sure why, but it at least allows us time to calmly talk things over. I look towards the young man once again.
Am I getting through to you now?
Mitsuru establishes herself as the bust queen, yeah. The bust queen busting heads.
Yes. The same goes for me, I presume.
Remember, kids, violence is always the best form of facilitating communication.
It seems we were spellbound until the fight began, as we both suspected. They disrupted our communications to drive a wedge between us and make us fight. Though it's a mystery to me as to where it draws such personal slights for the illusions before us.
I agree.
He seems to bear no animosity and is willing to discuss things, but to be honest, I'm not sure where we stand. Why is he here? I can think of several possible explanations, but if he secretly followed us in, his canniness may prove dangerous. He gives a sudden wry smile as if sensing my reluctance in trying to assuage it.
There's no need to be cagey. I don't intend to dodge whatever questions you have. You were probably wondering 3 things when you saw me here. First, how did I enter this world? Second, what am I doing in Inaba? And third, if I came here looking for you, what are my true intentions?
Not bad.
No wonder you've made a name for yourself as a detective. You're correct on all counts.
The first answer is easy. You know now that I can use a persona, allowing me access to the TV world. As for the second, there's no great mystery why I would come to Inaba. I live here.
You wouldn't happen to be acquainted with Amagi and Hanamura?
Mm-hmm.
You've met my senpai?
Oh.
Your friends. I gather that you're comrades who fought alongside each other during the serial murder case last year. I assume you entered the TV together for the same reason they did, and found yourself dragged into this mess as well.
Aha! I don't think Naoto knows that they're in here. Whatever doubts I may have about them, it seems they're here because we dragged them into this. I'm not very comfortable with that.
If so, I must apologize to you. No doubt you already know, but the object we seek has been brought to this world. It's most likely the cause of this disturbance. Whoever learned of this world's existence must have thought it would be useful in whatever they're scheming.
Mm-hmm.
You apologizing to me?
Shirogane shrugs with a wry smile.
Are you so sure you can trust me? You have no guarantee that I'm telling the truth. And there's still the answer to your third question to consider. I haven't yet told you my true motives.
True.
Fair enough. But if you're friends with Amagi and Hanamura, I feel I can trust you. Their bonds with their friends are real.
Perhaps I lied about that too.
But then why would you bring it up? No, you're no villain. That's what my intuition tells me.
Nice.
You aren't at all the person I thought you'd be.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Uh-huh. This is great. Everyone thinks she's like, yeah. Everyone thinks she's like the evil queen of the Kirijo group. Hasn't really gotten around to rehabilitating their image yet, has she? His smile suggests that it was meant as one. Makes him look his age or even younger. Can't help but smile as well. He's not exactly the hardened detective I'd imagined him to be either.
The Teddy who appeared on that monitor is not our friend. He's an imposter.
Yeah, sussy as fuck.
You have proof of this?
I found the real Teddy.
Aha.
Our enemy can fog both our eyes and ears. It's possible they can make themselves look like someone else.
I see.
But I still don't know why they chose to take on Teddy's appearance.
Upon hearing this, I sigh and close my eyes.
It might be to make you all suffer. If they led you to believe your friend betrayed you, it would make this all the more painful.
There's some truth to that, but it seems too simple a motive to warrant this elaborate of a disturbance.
Yeah, I mean, the suffering is a part of it, you know? You gotta maximize it for what they're going for. He's wrong. If the motive is somehow connected to Labrys's memories, what had been incomprehensible becomes completely understandable. My conclusion must have shone through on my face, and Shirogane trails off in understanding. At that moment came something like a touch. Oh, it's making me suffer, alright. It's a sensation I hadn't felt since entering this world, but I know this feeling. It's the effect of being brushed by a persona's informational support powers. Oh, is Rise managing to reach out to you?
This feeling. Rise-san!
Nice.
Rise-san, can you hear me?
Naoto-kun? So you ended up here too!
The voice that echoes is much like the voice I heard over the PA system, but it seems quite different. The announcements must have been part of the culprit's tricks. This Rise's voice immediately turns quavery.
I'm so glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
It's all right. Just calm down and tell me where you are.
I think it's the announcement room. It's kind of off, though. There are these invisible walls around and I can't get out. The fake Teddy was watching me until a moment ago, so I couldn't use my persona.
I see. So yeah. It seems like at a certain point the fake Teddy goes out to find the other Labrys. And I wonder what prompts that. It always happens. She seems to have been under the General's close watch, limiting her chances to use her persona until now. As soon as the General stepped out for a moment, she seized the opportunity to contact Shirogane.
You're in the announcement room now, yes? I'm headed straight there, so stay put.
Huh? Who's that? Why can I hear your voice but not sense you?
Oh, wow! She sounds extremely confused. Yeah, she would be. I had temporarily forgotten that my equipment prevents me from being detected by persona abilities to an extent. I prepared it after facing an enemy with similar powers once before. Yep. It works by making my presence difficult to detect unless they know me well and recognize my signature. Shirogane senses her confusion as well and introduces me to her. His introduction is accurate yet concise. I can see he's a first-rate detective.
Mitsuru Kirijo. Wait, Kirijo? Are you that Kirijo?
Oh, yes. The mommy, the myth, the legend.
Yes, that's correct.
That's correct. Oh, well, better take the equipment off. Yep. Imagine how much more agile you'll be without all of that heavy equipment on, you know?
The CEO?
Not quite. I am the founding family's...
You hired me for a commercial before.
Thank
you very much for your patronage.
A commercial?
A commercial?
Oh, yes. I'm Rise Kuchikawa. I'm a classmate of the others you met, but I'm also kind of a starlet, and, it's hard to explain.
Never miss a chance to network. Never miss a chance to network. Always be grinding. The Sigma Idol grind set on display here. Just an amazing sight to see. Good job, Rise.
Rise-san, that can wait. There's no knowing when our adversary will return.
Rise-san, add her on LinkedIn or something.
Oh,
All right.
Kujikawa said that she was captured, but why would they treat her differently?
I suspect it was to block communication. If we could speak freely as we just did, their whole scheme would collapse. Ah, so that's why Teddy and Rise-san were the hosts.
After all, you can win the election with 22% of the popular vote if you do the math. Yep.
What do you mean?
The real Teddy has a similar power. That's why those two were taken separately.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but by acting as the two who had disappeared, the enemy thought it could portray them as traitors. Though it appears that Teddy managed to escape on his own somehow.
how come I'm the only one fake Teddy is watching over personally? Sheesh.
Well, you're a lot stronger and a lot cuter. What can we say?
You have the most powerful investigative persona.
Mm-hmm.
They must have had to take greater pains with you.
I think we're keeping this going too long. We've exchanged what we know already, so I'm gonna shut down the comms link. Be careful, you guys.
I face Shirogane once again.
We are responsible for this case. Rescuing the ones who've been dragged into it is part of our mission. Besides, she's another of your friends, isn't she? All the more reason for me to go save her.
He makes a small gesture as if searching for the right words. After taking some time to make up his mind, he looks me in the eye once more.
You're quite prepared for this. It would be unfair of me not to tell you everything. Please hear me out. The reason I came here was to...
You're a real straight arrow.
Mitsuru, come on. Hear her out. I cut him off intentionally.
You're very proud to be a detective, no? I can see it in your eyes. You would never sell out your beloved justice.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
If you've done nothing to be ashamed of, that makes us even. I haven't been entirely forthright with you either.
Kirijo-san. It seems I still have much to learn.
Mm-hmm. Despite what I said, I can make an educated guess as to his motives. He's a persona user. That means the police selected their observer as someone with the potential. If his only task was to watch over the transfer, there'd be no need to send a persona user, leading me to believe that he's been asked to secretly spy on me or my organization. But we have nothing to hide anymore. There are many things that shouldn't be made public, but I'm sure his judgment is sound.
Well then, I will once again entrust my friend's safety and the resolution of this case to you, in honor of the bond we are forming, Mitsuru Kirijo.
I am so down with Naoto and Kirijo becoming good friends. So down with that. They're good for each other. And they're pretty adorable together.
I promise that I will not let you down.
Can both be scandalized by the shitposting robot. I smile back at him and move on without looking back. I know that there is someone up ahead to whom I owe recompense. There is no hesitation in my steps. So I wonder if we're going to fight Shadow Mitsuru. I reach the 3rd floor. After turning a corner and going on for a while, it finally comes into view. The announcement room. This is where Kujikawa's supposed to be. Yeah, we're going to fight. Yeah, we haven't had enough fights. We're going to fight Shadow Mitsuru.
Kirijo?
As I open the door, 2 students greet me. One of them is the voice I heard through my persona, Kujikawa, I presume. The other is a girl I didn't see on the video.
Hang tight, Miss
But
President.
you've heard her.
We'll be okay now that help's arrived. Kirijo-san, this girl got dragged into this mess too. We have to help her before that general comes back.
So you're Kujikawa. Sorry, but I'll need you to step back.
Huh?
I turn to face Miss President.
We meet at last. Astounding. You really do look human. But you're not, are you, Labris?
The girl jumps at hearing this. Kujikawa still looks unsure, but I can't drag her into this. I place myself between her and Labris.
Huh? What do you mean she's not human? Isn't she a victim who got dropped inside the TV?
Labris being a victim is one way to see it. But if what I've learned thus far is accurate, then the one who set up the Grand Prix is most likely...
Labris, our records show that you were loaded with special equipment. Undoubtedly a function that affects thoughts and scrambles recognition. That's why we saw and heard illusions whenever we
I
fought.
see. So she's like the PsyOps robot. That's really cool.
It would also explain General Teddy's appearance, and those who met you believing you to be human.
Oh, I bet. So she's like the little flashy thing the Men in Black have, isn't she? Like she's to erase people's memories and create illusions and yeah, create cover for the Kirijo group when shit gets out of hand with the shadow experiments. That's totally what's up. Guten Abend, Hans. Hello, Neptunus. How you doing?
Special equipment? Labras? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Labra's protests of ignorance sound as if she's in denial about something she already knows. It's tragic hearing the desperation in her voice.
I'm sure the reason why you captured 2 people with analytical personas wasn't just to keep them from interfering with your designs. I came to a realization when I noticed I was the only one who sensed that noise. An analytical persona's searches clash with your ability. They dispel illusions. So you needed to confine them.
Mm-hmm.
You feared that if they caught you off guard and used their persona's ability, this would happen.
Oh, she's going to dispel the illusion on her own. Oh, she's so fucking cool. With that, I summon my persona Artemisia. Just as expected, noise immediately runs across Labras's body. It's exactly the sensation I felt before each round in the tournament. Artemisia cancels out the force scrambling our senses and the illusion begins to wear off. Little by little, the facade falls away, and her true appearance emerges.
No! What's going on? This can't be.
What was your motive, Labras? Was it revenge in the end? I can understand why you'd hold a grudge. I caught glimpses of it on my way here.
Mm-hmm.
But your hatred should be centered on the Kirijo group. Why drag innocent students into your vendetta?
Kirijo group? No. I don't want to remember. Never again.
Miss President, Kirijo-san, she seems to be in a lot of pain. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but you can't push her any further.
Wait, are we gonna fight normal Labras? At that moment, Labras grabs the equipment on her back that I had mistaken for wings. It suddenly separates and transforms into a giant battle axe that's larger than she is.
Miss President?
You actually fight normal Labras? That's amazing.
Get back! Hurry!
Labras approaches one step at a time, her axe at the ready. Her steps seem uncertain, but she's moving with battle clearly in mind.
The injunction against harming humans has been removed? I see. No wonder she was sealed away.
Mm-hmm. Behind me, I hear Kujikawa pleading.
Is there no other choice but to fight?
I won't let you do any more damage, Labras.
Interesting.
It's me you want.
So Igus has an injunction against harming humans. Presumably.
Shut up! Shut up! I didn't like that!
That's so cool. You actually fight normal Labras. Alright. Let's see how this goes. I think I should do alright. Activation, 1999 420. Oh, blaze it, baby.
Finally.
That's so cool. Yasagami Steel Council President.
Not yet. What?
Oh! The plunging attack.
You have time to go.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck. Oh, this is a bad place to be. This is a bad place to be. Alright, we got our wombo combo. She's working on something too, though. Okay. Okay. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. Almost. The director almost overrode that directive. That's true. That's funny that you fight normal Labras. Oh, now we get the sad times. Labras remains still. I can hear muttered denials. But I guess if we... Maybe she'll just accept her shadow self, right? We might not even need to fight Shadow Labrys. She didn't use a persona, but it's possible that her mental instability prevented her from doing so. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
I don't intend to turn a blind eye to the sins committed against you. That is why I must bring you back.
Labrys is the mastermind. Not only of this tournament, but maybe of the entire incident. What if Labrys wasn't stolen, but instead escaped? Considering her powers, is it possible that she deluded the ordinary human hijackers? There's no knowing when Labrys regained her consciousness inside her cage. So where's Shadow Labrys? Because Shadow Ted's still out there, right? I assume he's going to roll in, and maybe Shadow Mitsuru will be the final boss. What if she hadn't awakened on opening it? What if she was already conscious inside there? She had been sealed for roughly 13 years. More than enough time to formulate a plan.
If that was indeed the case, it'd make more sense for this to be a plan devised by Labrys, rather than an unknown party suddenly stealing her away. I can't imagine how much resentment such a small, artificial body could hold.
Hate. Hate. Hate!
A tragic mastermind, huh?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Mastermind? You got it wrong, Kirijo-san! That girl's not...
Kujikawa calls out from behind me. But just as she does, I feel an imminent threat rushing toward my back.
What?
I turn around in surprise. It can't be.
Looks like you've saved me some time while I was out running errands.
You're...
Oh, Mitsuru. General Teddy gives an evil smirk. An extremely powerful version of the noise, far worse than before, is everywhere around us. Kujikawa squats down while covering both her ears. It's all I can do to keep from falling to my own knees.
What's going on? This is Labrys' interference pattern.
Teddy is my lord and my god. What a sad and sorry heathen you must be. I feel naught but pity for you, sir.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
As thanks for cornering the real one, I'll show you something.
You're fighting Shadow Mitsuru. Ooh, do we get an... I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you should... Oh, I do. You cannot save yourself from my pity. There she is. So fucking cool. I wish Metis got an axe that badass. The noise lifts once the mimicry is dispelled, but what it reveals is something I hadn't expected.
Another Labrys?
Oh no, are you serious? Okay. So you unlock Labrys. I see, I see. And then the last one's gotta be Elizabeth, right? Who else could it be? Yeah, no, it's gotta be Elizabeth. Huh. We cut right before the hot robot on robot action. Yep. And throw in Mitsuru there as well. My goodness. Clank, clank, clank. Wow, I can't believe you bastards cut it there. Ree. So yeah, something tells me that playing Labrys' story is going to unlock the to be continued. So it's probably what I'll do next. But I think I am going to leave it off for tonight. think I am gonna leave it off for tonight. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful jaunt into a... I'm at a loss for words. I'm just happy wife is back. Be glad they didn't EA us and say pay DLC to continue. God, can you imagine? You know what the sad part is? That's probably going to be Persona 6, right? That's probably going to be Persona 6. It's going to be the Elder Scrolls 6, too. I shouldn't be such a doomer. Shouldn't be such a doomer. But yeah. It is 2.5 hours of life. Life is good, yep. I think I'm going to, I need to practice. Like, I need to actually practice off-stream and get good with Kirijo. I did not do her justice. Did not do her justice. She's supposedly a top-tier character. And did not feel like it. So, I think a lot of that was just me not knowing the moves, not knowing how to use her, so... Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. Tomorrow, I need to check in with the Uni and make sure we're still doing this, but I know the plan, at least, was to play some more We Were Here. I don't know if we were, we actually hadn't decided on We Were Here Together or We Were Here Forever. Apparently, Together has some issues, so... Might be We Were Here Together, might be We Were Here Forever, or it might just be, might be starting that Oblivion Challenge run if Uni's not feeling up to it, so, yeah. I need to confer with her, need to see what the plan is, but, yep, that's the idea. I'll either do We Were Here, one of the We Were Heres with the Uni, or I will, start the Oblivion Challenge run. But yes, 2.5 hours of life. God, so, no Elder Scrolls run? No, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Oblivion Challenge run. That's the plan. If Uni is not amenable tomorrow, I will start the, Can You Beat Oblivion with Every Single Disease? There's just, I need to test some things. Like I mentioned last time, I know that in Morrowind, if you have 0 willpower, you basically have no fatigue, which means you're always you just lie on the floor, like, you're knocked out. And you can't do anything, so I know that the diseases take out a huge chunk of your willpower. I need to check and make sure it's actually playable, or if I need to, like, willpower max at character creation, what I need to do. So, yeah. Need to do a little bit of research and figure out that run. That's why I planned to do it tonight, but I got really busy today and didn't have a chance to really set it up and do the research, So we, unfortunately had to, you know, spend 2.5 hours with Kirijo. Poor us. God, it's her smile. It's her smile, bros. Like, the little smile she does, like, when she realized, like, what good friends they all were. Oh, man. Man. It is rare for me to simp so hard for a fictional character, but god damn does she deserve it. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for coming out. I had a blast. Hope you enjoyed as well. And, yep, tomorrow will either be one of the We Were Heres, or it's gonna be the start of the Oblivion Disease run, so hope you can join me for that. Until next time, Amiki, I bid you Walate. Take very, very good care of yourselves. I'll see y'all again real soon. Later!